Okay, so yesterday we were able to get up and finish part of our notes, but we left off on what is a variable. So looking at this mathematics statement, 5t minus 4x squared, you first have to tell me what a variable is. So who can define what a variable is? Lucas.
An unknown number. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Where are we at?
Oh, sorry. There we go. So a variable is an unknown number. Okay?
Yes.
The next question that I asked then, what are the variables in the mathematical statement? So what are the variables listed in the mathematical statement? Robert? X is one of the variables, and what's the other variable that's listed? T. Why wouldn't the squared go with the x? You did a good job by just saying x.
It's a number.
It's a number, it's not a variable, but what does that little 2 represent? What does that 2 represent? It's that little bitty number. What's that called? What's that little bitty number called? An exponent. Okay.
That's what we read.
Yep.
Exponent?
No, the variables. You just list the variables. And you guys said the variables t and x. We wouldn't include the 2 because the 2 is an exponent. All right, flip your note sheet over. We're going to finish the back side. The back side says, what's the difference between a constant and a coefficient? So we're going to first identify and define what a constant is. Sam, according to your vocab, what is a constant?
A number on its own.
Yeah, just a number on its own. Okay? Then what's a coefficient going to be, Nick?
Multiply the variables.
Okay? So in the statement above, does it have constants or coefficients? Explain.
Without.
So in the statement above, does it have constants or coefficients? So 5t minus 4x squared. Are those going to be constants? Are those numbers on their own? Or are they going to be coefficients, where it's a number being multiplied by a variable?
Coefficients.
Coefficients. Why?
Yes.
The only terms up there are terms with?
The variables.
Mm-hmm.
You're recording this entire hour. The whole hour. Wait, can they hear our voices right
Mm-hmm.
now? Hi, guys.
Okay, so the biggest thing to remember, terms are made up of constant, coefficients, and possibly just variables, okay? But then each term you have to be able to identify. Like we have 2 terms, 5t and 4x squared are both considered terms. But what kind of terms are they? They're coefficients. What are exponents? So we need to define what exponents are. What are exponents? Toby?
Says how many times you use the value in multiplication.
Okay. So how many times? Say that again to me. Toby, read it to me one more time. Sorry, make you flip back and forth.
Says how many times to use the value in a multiplication.
Thank you.
Oh, I see. Oh, there's tissues in here.
Behind you.
Well, let's go for some. That's paper.
What did Braden do with my tissues? Did he use that whole box?
Oh no, he took them from. I just told
Okay, so then write down the exponent or exponents from the statement above. So what are the exponents from the statement above? Are there any exponents in it?
Wait, what?
Are there any exponents in the statement
Yeah.
above? What is it?
2.
2. So the exponent is going to be the 2.
See this?
I'm going to go ahead and write down this, though. I'm going to write x squared, and then I'm going to draw a line or a little arrow to show that I'm talking about the exponent. Remember, the exponent is a tiny little number. What's the big number or variable in front of the exponent called? What is that big number or letter in front of the exponent called? Toby?
Coefficient.
Not coefficient. Now the 4 would be the coefficient. It's the number being multiplied by a variable as a coefficient. But like, let's look at it this way. Let's say,
Is it the base?
yeah, it's the base. There we go. So the number or value in front of the exponent is called the base. All right, we have one more question before we do our practice together. Okay? So the very last question that we have is the statement an equation or an expression? What is it? An equation or an expression? Jenna? 4t minus 4x squared. Why? Right. It's going to be an expression. Because it doesn't have an equal sign. Okay, the next question. Is it simplified? So is our expression simplified?
No. Yeah,
Yeah, how do you know that?
because no is wrong.
What?
Because no is an answer.
Well, do I have any like terms to combine? No. So we know it's simplified because there are no like terms to combine. And we already answered why or why not. So, yes, it is simplified. Why or why not? It's simplified because there are no other like terms to combine. Now, your practice problems on your notes here, it's going to be similar to what your homework assignment is going to look like, okay? So if you are finished, you could go ahead and start looking at the practice problems, and then we'll go through them together in about 10 seconds. Yes.
Can you spell path compass?
Can you wait until we're done with the practice problems?
I can try.
5 minutes. 5 minutes?
I can try.
Okay. All right. Practice problem number 1. Is this an equation or expression? Anybody?
Equation.
Equation. Why?
Because it has an equal sign.
Okay? Could this be solved, and how? Lucas?
It could be solved because it's got like terms.
Okay, so yes.
You can combine,
So we combine like terms, then what?
add 4 to your,
After you combine like terms, what do you have to do?
I don't remember.
Can somebody help him? So yes, this could be solved by combining our like terms and solving for, what's the variable? Solving for r. Can expressions be solved? No, they can only be simplified. Good. All right, moving right along. What is, or what are the exponents represented? Lucas?
None.
None. There are none. There are no exponents. Name the coefficients. Name the coefficients. Allie, keep it real quiet. What are my coefficients up here?
I'm trying to catch up, that's why.
Oh, I'm sorry. If I go too fast, say, whoa, Miss Lidigan, slow down. Can you help him, Luke?
I don't know, they come up issue.
Ashley, can you help him? What's the coefficients?
5 7 off.
Huh?
5 7 off.
You're almost there. Nick?
4.
Nope.
No, wait. Sorry.
Oh, you add them together?
Nope.
5. No, 7 and 4.
Nope. What are the coefficients?
5 and 7.
5 and 7. Why wouldn't the r be part of the coefficient? The coefficient is only the number that is being multiplied by the variable. So the coefficient is that number in front of the variable. The variable's not with it. Now, if you would say 5r and 7r, you're telling me 2 of the terms. How many terms does this equation have? How many terms does this equation have? Well, let's count. 1, 2, 3. So it has 3 terms. All right, what are the constants? So coefficient is the number being multiplied by the variable. So what's the constant?
4.
4. The constant is the number that is by itself. And then what are the variables? Logan.
R.
R. There you go.
You want to know something?
What's that?
You got us.
I know, I put you in a really bad spot.
What?
No, what?
Oh, you got us on a really good year.
Okay. No, I honestly.
You got us in 7th grade? Okay.
Or
so-
last year. Last year was pretty bad.
Yeah. But
All right, practice number 2. Practice number 2. You have -3. How can I say that exponent? Anybody?
Oh, it's
3 squared.
Cube.
Cubed,
Oh.
because it's a 3, right?
45.
So -3 cubed minus 7u
Square.
squared. All right, is this an equation or expression?
Especially
Why?
because it had no equal sign.
There you go. So write down expression, no equal sign.
I just put no, these things,
Yep.
and then equals. And
I just
underline
circled.
expression.
Okay. So expression, no equal.
That's an easy.
That really bothers me. I had to put sign. What are the exponents represented? What are the exponents represented? So what are the exponents up there?
3. Oh, the exponents?
Yeah.
Oh, 2 and 3.
2 and 3. If I say cubic, what does that mean?
3.
3. Okay.
If you say square.
Yes.
That means 2.
Next one. What are the coefficients?
3 and 7.
Be more specific.
-3 and -7.
Good. -3 and -7. So they're taking -3 times u, and they're taking -7 times u. What are the constants?
The honor.
There are none. None. And what are the variables? U.